What's this? Episode 3 of the Calidi Podcast. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mullet. Mr. Mullet, mate, tell me, who are you? Where do you live? What are you?
What am I? I'm a motor mechanic.
You're a finely tuned athlete.
Yeah, obviously, if you could not tell. I'm a motor mechanic from Raleigh.
Where's Raleigh?
15 minutes south of Coffs Harbour.
Okay, cool.
So that's, Raleigh Raceway, the track.
Yes.
The drift track.
Yeah.
That's like a
So that's near you. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
And so obviously you're a mechanic by trade.
Yep.
Family-owned business.
Yep.
Perfect. Yep. You grew up, obviously, being a mechanic's son. Yeah. And then here you are.
Straight out of the bloody hospital.
Straight out of the sack. Straight out of the sack into the workshop.
Yeah, straight to work, and then and still in the same shop as we've always been in. Yeah,
that's good. That's good. Good family-run business. That's how it is. Well, you grow your pet sperm up to work for you, obviously.
Yeah, apparently.
That's just it. That's kind of how it happened.
Yeah. Essentially.
Right. How did you get into burnouts? What was your first burnout? And was it in this car? Was it?
No. So first, when I was, I think 12.
Yep.
Because in Raleigh, near where I live.
Yep.
There is obviously the racetrack there, and it's big for drifting.
Yep.
And when it sort of kicked off, my dad's like, "Oh, we'll get Simon into that. That'll be sick." So one day he turns up at school to pick me up, and he bought an EB Falcon V8.
Yeah.
With the fiberglass GT body kit on it, mate.
Fuck. It'd be worse than money now.
Oh, I know. Anyway, so I had that for a few years, and that was the best car I ever owned. It was a heap of shit, but it was the first motor ever rebuilt. Learned how distributors and carbies work. And
that's awesome.
Stuff, yeah, and how to weld diffs and things. So I had that when I was 12. I got going by I was 14, and then that was I was going to do some drifting and that with that. And then there's no good. Ended up going to a drift day and just doing burnouts all day out there. And that was like that.
As you do.
Yeah. I can't drive for shit, so I did that, and then when what did I do? I went to the V8 supercars and saw the utes.
Yep.
One day I was like, I'd like a ute. That's sick, So then I got on Gumtree and found this piece of shit AU Falcon ute.
Yeah.
At
was it on gas? Most of them.
No. This was AU. No. This was a full poverty pack, no aircon.
Oh.
3-seater with the manual on the floor. And it so I got it. I was like, Dad, look. And he just had the shits with me showing him all these cars I want to get. And so we bought that and got it freighted up on a truck. And everything out of the EB went into the ute.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that's where it started for you.
Yeah.
How old were you when you competed first? What age were you when you first started competing?
2018. My first event was Brashenats.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I know. So
talk about it, straight into the big league.
Yeah. So the idea. So I'd in 2016, 17. I don't know Ben Bolton with Overkill, and I had quite a bit to do with that car and whatever.
Perfect. That's mad.
When that was getting built as a V8 and whatever, and I followed him around. He built it, and we went. Our first event was Brashenats. In 2017, I went to that. I was like, oh my God, this is sick. I could do this. This doesn't look that hard. I could do that.
Fuck, I've done skids before.
Idiot. Absolute idiot. Right?
Rookie.
Yeah. And then after that, we were then, it was 6 months and we went to Summernats. And I thought, I'd like a car. I want a car, And that was my second Summernats. In that time, I built another car for a mate and whatever. And we took that down. I was like, I want something I own. So I had that ute. It had been parked in the shed for 5 years because I sort of half started on it and then lost interest in it, but parked in the shed. So then I was like, we'll get that going, but what am I going to do? What events how am I going to do this? So after summer, it was still January. It's 3 days after Summernats.
Well, that's how it usually comes. You get all fucking hyped up with Summernats. Get that gun out. Let's go.
So 2018 it would have been after Summernats. I got on, so the Brashenats entries had opened, and they opened for 15 minutes. Yep. And I sort of met Mick when I was at Brashenats before, and he didn't know who I was, and I wasn't anyone, and I was just, I was just there. And I rang the number on the Brashenats thing, naive buddy kid thinking, I'll just ring the number and they'll let me in.
Yeah.
So I rang it, and he said, Mick answered. I was like, g'day, this is Simon Biggs. I was wondering what's the go with the tickets for Brashenats? And he says, oh, who are you? I said, Simon, oh, Benny's mate. Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you in. And in my head, I was, I've lost track of where I was going here. Might be worth cutting this bit
out. He won't.
Yeah.
He just can't like that. He's like, no, just put like a loading sign on your head or something.
Yeah, so what I thought was, like, I was going to ring Mick, and if he let me in,
yep,
I'd get the ute out of the shed and make it run.
Make it happen.
But I already I have a HQ ute that no one knows about at home, that it's like full off the body, rotisserie paint
Actually,
job.
I do think you showed me this before.
I did it I put a Snapchat up and whatever, and so everyone's like, oh, you should finish it. And I've had it 14 years, and it's another one of those cars.
Actually, you did. I seen it. It was in another shed. It wasn't in your workshop.
Yeah,
it was in a shed.
Mum and Dad's shed in
That's
the backyard.
Yes,
yeah.
I do remember seeing it.
Yeah, so that'll come out eventually. I don't know. But, it was either, I was going to, if Mick said yes to Brashenats, it was the shit 8 AU, whatever it was. If he said no, it was the HQ. So he said yes, and then, buddy, here we are. So, yeah, it come out as a V8 to start with. I went to my first Brashenats, and I'm there at my first driver's briefing, and Mick said, if your tyres can't last bloody longer than 2 minutes, you shouldn't be here. I was like, oh God, there we go.
No, if your tyres last 2 minutes, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So a little bit of poo come out. And, that frightened me. You want to bloody throw someone off? Holy shit, is this dumb kid from Raleigh going to go out in the big leagues? And not knowing it, not thinking it was a big lot. I don't know what to think. You know,
Brashenats is a lot.
Yeah, especially nowadays, like it's changed a lot over the years.
Fuck me, has it? It's just wild.
Yeah.
They're all elite cars, and then you just like, fuck me. Like, I've been going since the start, and it's still daunting watching it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, and then I look at I looked at the driver's entry thing out last night, and
I was doing the exact same out there. I'm like, because I'm competing this year too.
You're competing.
Yeah, I said to him I'd just come out and do a skid, and he put me in this competing. So here we are.
That's excellent. No, be nervous.
Oh, fucking 7 years since I've done the burnout problem. Actually, I did one the other day. It was all right. I didn't hit the wall, so I'm happy with that.
It's like riding a bike. Just we might have to learn the car again, but that's
well, yeah.
So I'm only just getting the hang of Mr. Mullet as it is. Like, I've had it for years. I've only just started doing enough burnouts. They go for long enough to let me learn it.
Well, it seems pretty dialed now. It seems to be.
Yeah, it's a heap of shit. I don't know. The Falcons are currently ruining my life.
You got a couple. And Valerie.
And Valerie and my Bedford. What have I got now? I've got 6 cars and 2 trucks, but it's the...
who's counting?
Yeah, anyway.
Right, tell us where Mr. Mullet started to where it is now. Obviously, you just started posting videos, just you in the shed posting videos. Yeah. And obviously, I seen you at Summer Nights, and you were a bit overwhelmed by how many people knew you. Because obviously, it's just you in the shed talking to a fucking camera.
Yeah.
And then, you see your views go up, but they, like, realistically, they don't mean anything to you. They're just, like, you don't count all those viewers as people watching. Then when you got to Summer Nights and you're in the Burnout Master stand and there was a fucking lineup out the door to see you, you're like, are these here for me? I'm like, yeah, cut there.
Well, Luxifer was there too.
There was a lot there for you, mate.
Yeah, I don't know. It's silly to me, like Mr. Mullet. Like what? Like I'll answer the original question. Yeah, how it started. I don't know. I've always made videos as a kid and whatnot. I always liked making it. Before school, I'd get me shit 8 motor car out and film it, and then I get home after school. I'd get on Windows Movie Maker and whatever.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of that as a kid, and then I bloody what do I do? Then I thought I had the Ute, and I was just after put the turbo on because originally it was too easy. I had it as too easy. With the V8 in it, then I changed all that.
Yep.
And another Calidi.
One of the Calidi boys got
because he messaged me at my first Brashenats and said, "Oh yeah, if you're from New South Wales, I might change my plate." And that never happened. I was like, I'm a silly goose. Why would you change your bloody plate over me anyway? I'll have to have a chat to him. I've never actually met him, but
he'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah. So I'll have a chat with him. But Facebook's the one that currently that's paying me.
Oh, awesome.
That pays reasonably well. Like with them lawnmower videos, I did like 3 videos over 3 weeks on that shit 8 lawnmower. and that was worthwhile.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm not buying a house, but it's like it was.
Hey, every cent that you don't have to put your hand in your pocket for, just like you said, just making a fucking video. You would do them anyway for fun because you love doing it.
Yeah, I like doing them. Yeah,
So if you're
I was
getting paid for
just having fun in the shed. That's all the whole channel is.
That's
the whole
perfect.
everything. We're just here to have fun.
That's perfect, bro.
So and then it started, and to pay me and that now and whatever. So and between like me sponsors and all that sort of stuff, and the car pays for itself now.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's all. Really, we just speaking to Jake earlier, and he said the same. The merch helps him get to every show.
Yeah. So the merch is a big one, but I don't. I'm not smart enough to set up an online shop. I don't know how to do that.
No, fucking me neither, mate. I get my missus to do all that shit. I fucking struggle sending an email.
Yeah. I say as much as I am on the internet, I'm not that bloody great with that sort of thing. So,
Can make videos.
Yeah, I know how to do that. I suppose if I'm interested in it, I know how to do it, I guess.
Well, that's pretty much it. Everything. Like at school, if you're not fucking interested, you're not interested.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Righto, mate. What do you have any plans for Mr. Mullet, and or are there any other builds in the go? Are you gonna stick with Mr. Mullet? Is there any green plans, or have you got another burnout car you want to try and just like slightly building behind fucking closed doors?
Yeah, I considered it. I don't know, like I've got a silver Falcon bloody shit app. I built it as like I wanted to do a thing on the internet. Like, here's how to make a cheap car. Anyone can do this. Like, this is not that hard, you know.
Yeah.
So and I did that, and I'm still not finished with that. But that's just to use at rally because the Ute's a bit highly strung to take out.
Well, like if you've got a burnout pad in your backyard, you'd be fucking mad not to have a thrasher.
It's exactly right. Yeah.
Is that the one where we tip in there?
Yeah.
I fucking love that, bro.
Yeah,
I've seen that. I'm like,
it helps.
Fuck. and to you said, I'll probably do the same. You're like, you lean into the corner ready, but that was quite a violent fucking
Yeah, mate, how do you get it around?
Got to get the head momentum going into the whip.
Yeah. So that's what that one was. But that's never going to be anything great. That's going to be what it is.
It's just for fun.
Yeah. And I don't know, I thought, maybe do nitrous or something, just for the sake of doing it. But
just to see what happens.
Yeah, but I don't know, as far as burnout cars go, like actual proper, I don't know, I'm still making the bloody Ute go properly. So I don't.
Well, you seem to have it sorted now. It seems to be going really well.
Yeah, it is. Is
it fun to drive? It looks like it's a bucket of fun to drive.
Yeah, I say that. I can't spin it around and do the stuff like other guys can. And that comes back to driver ability. I'd like to see someone that can actually drive, you know.
Mate, I've found it's just time in the seat. That's what you need. Just time in the seat.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like my time in the seat is like Bashing Nats or Good Friday or something like that.
Fuck, talk about putting yourself,
throwing
yourself in the deep end.
I know, but it is. I don't know. That's the only way to learn, I suppose.
Sydney Dragway's a forgiving pad.
It's awesome. It's I found last skid I did because I put a bigger diff in it. I'd never get tyres off.
Yep.
Ever. I could never
what ratio are you running now?
Now I have a 3.23, just a standard Falcon Ute diff. Before it was a 3.93, which that was
it's a bit tall.
Nightmare. Yeah, so
that's a bit tall for burnouts. Yeah. It'd be fun down the track, but
it was. But but back when it was a V8, that's what I needed because the V8 wasn't that. Good, you know, I didn't have much power. So.
Those old Falcon V8s are a bit lazy.
Yeah, they are. But that's my favourite engine.
Oh, is it?
302.
I can't talk bad about it.
No.
Well, we got two Ford guys. We're going back to back with Jakey. He was a Ford guy. And what's he? A 302 as well?
Yeah, apparently 302. But it's not out. He didn't pull that out of an AU Falcon.
No, he got fucking. Wow.
But that's.
Did you know it's still got steel heads on it? Cast heads on it?
I was on a TikTok live with him one day and he showed me that. Yeah.
He just told me and blew my mind when I was talking to him. I was like, what?
I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know what benefit that is. But
no, well, he said he threw some other heads on it and they fucking disintegrated. Yeah. So he went back to what they know and they stayed and they're working. So if you've got a good thing, why change it?
That's exactly right.
All right, next question. Tell us about your rise to fame on socials and YouTube. Obviously, we brushed on at the start about that you just like filming videos. And where does it go from here for you? What's your goals? Do you have a sort of goal you want to hit with your socials? Because there's not many fucking people and kids out there that don't know who Mr. Mullet is. I know that breaks your fucking brain, but it's true.
Nuts. I'm just a silly goose in the workshop, aren't I?
I love it.
I don't see there's much there to get excited about, but I don't know. People like it. And
I love it. I love watching them. Yeah. I love it. I see you when I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's that. That's what buddy do. I don't know. I'd like to say I'm going to be Cletus McFarlane and retire and whatever, but
Well, fuck, that's all our goals, isn't it?
exactly
to
right.
be able to just have a videographer follow us around and talk shit and get paid millions for it.
Yeah.
I think that's
ideal.
That's anyone in this sort of game's fucking goal is to not to be able to just work and play cars. And fuck me, did you see how many of those Crown Vics he's got?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Imagine just having the money to buy them, never alone just the upkeep on them.
Yeah.
And they're all ready to race.
They're
Like,
race
what
cars,
the fuck? When I seen how many, I'm like, wow, he's making serious bank off these videos.
Oh, yeah. I done some maths on his videos and whatnot. And
I'd like one to go like his.
Oh, yeah.
Just fucking one.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. But yeah, I'd love to say I'm going to be him, but I can't see that happening. I still, as much as I'd like to do the whole Mr. Mullet thing and whatever, I have two little girls that are like still little and missus, and I've got a house to pay for.
100%.
So I also have to have an actual job that's actually going to make me money, that can guarantee money, whereas like videos can be a myth. Like I've posted videos and
I'm the same. I've posted them and you're like, this one's going to go, and it fucking goes nowhere. And then you post a video of a car idling and reversing, and it gets fucking 1.5. I think it's up to 2.6 million views now. I'm like, I put so much effort into that, and I just on the whim recorded this fucking car reversing, and it's like quadrupled all of them. Like, fuck.
That's the whole premise of everything I've ever done on the internet.
It's the shit that you don't think is going to go anywhere, go somewhere.
Yeah.
What have we got up next? Mate, what's your favourite show you've been to?
Favourite show I've been to?
Yeah. I've been to a few with you.
Yeah. I don't know. My favouriteest one.
You skidded at Summer Nash, didn't you?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
it's a different pad, isn't it?
It is.
It looks small, but when your car's out in the line, it's not that bad.
No, it's huge when you get out. And like the chute, like I remember years ago when it was a V8, I took it up, like accidentally took the ute up the chute because I wasn't.
How the fuck do you accidentally take it?
Well, I did a spin and didn't know where I'd ended up, did I? So I was lost in the smoke. I like, where are we going?
Oh yeah.
Which is it's still what I do today. And
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, essentially. It's like the steering wheel's not on half the time. So, but I went up the chute and I was like, this is a bit, because it was like a well back there, the full. So it's a fortnight long. So I thought, but no, it was easy.
You can get it around pretty easily.
Easy, yeah. But favourite show.
Favourite show.
The favourite show. I don't know. I went to the Supernats event where I rodded my motor and you towed me back. Remember that?
Yes.
That
enjoyed that?
That was a bloody good event. And that was not, I went and rodded my engine, but that's just part of the game. But
yeah.
There's still lots of people there saying, it was my birthday. I had a birthday cake there. I was giving to everyone, bloody whatever. Everyone could get a slice. That was, I did enjoy that. That was a good time. But yeah.
Awesome. What do we got up next? What's your favourite? Do you have a favourite Burnout car? What's your favourite Burnout car on the scene previous? It could be not on the scene now. It could be now. Like what's the one car you're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
The one that, and most people will say the same thing. Is I remember, I watched the Mick and bloody Dave Pendlebury podcast last time.
Yeah.
You said is the UC Smoke.
Yeah, that's my ultimate, mate. It's my fucking ultimate car.
Awesome. It's just tough. It's I don't know what it is about.
Same. I don't know what
clean,
it is.
Because it's very, like you look at it. It's I'm gonna say basic, but it's not. But it's just a black Premier.
Yep.
Dirty big motor, and it's just all nice.
Yeah, I just want to rub my dick on it. Pretty much. Every time I say, I want to rub my dick, he's like, "Hey, you fucking dare." Yeah, well, you don't know if I've done it.
Get off my drum kit.
So he's fucking a pube hanging on his door handle. Yeah. What do we got next? All right, this is sort of the same sort of question. If you could drive any car on the scene, whose car would you want to have as D-roll? Look at these fucking palms are getting itchy.
The Tub Shop Mini.
Oh, yeah?
Mate, I've driven all these, like my Ute's long, that shit-eat Falcon I built's long. I used to have an F-250. I'd rep around in the bloody cul-de-sac. It was a monster.
How'd that go whipping around?
You'd get one circle into the cul-de-sac and then you're in reverse gear up against the fence, ain't you? So... that was in the wet, obviously, but I would like to drive something little one day.
Mate, you'll get in there. I've driven it. It's a fucking handful.
Yeah, right.
It is a fucking wild rig to drive.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to drive it a couple of times.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's a wild rig. There you go, Matty. You're up. If you ever not feeling up to it,
don't take that on. Don't listen to it. I don't drive other people's shit. I've breaking enough for me.
I've driven 4 or 5 of Matty's cars and I've blown up 2 of them.
Yeah. So that's my fear. I'd hate to be the guy to come up and I'll drive your car and then I'd blow it up and then all right, have a good one. I'll see you next time.
Well, that's what I said to that old mate that let me drive his car and I've been doing.
Yeah.
Comes in, he goes, "Oh, you're up next." I said, "Oh, yeah, I'll come from." He goes, "No, you're driving." I can't. You know, I live on the opposite side of Australia. I'm like, "Fuck, I can't help you." And he's like, "I don't care." Right. Well, what do we got up next? Your mum and dad, mate, they're a big part of you in the scene. I see them out there repping the merch. They're always helping you. Mate, tell us about them. They're obviously a good bunch of people.
Yeah. So my mum and dad, they can come across a bit full on at times. I know that.
I've never felt that. I've always felt I've always got along great with them.
I suppose they blend in good with a Burnout crowd, don't they?
we're all just bogans at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah. Well, they are. They handle all my merchandise now. They print the whole. They do the work.
They print them as well.
Yeah, we've got a thing. We've got my old room that was in mum and dad's house when I moved out. That's now like the Mr. Mullet room. It's
still your room essentially.
Essentially, yeah. So
I didn't know they printed them all. That's fucking cool.
We do it all, and that's like with the merch. It's obviously, I'll say it's not the most greatest merch on the scene. Like it's still a screen. What is it? The buddy.
Press.
Really? The heat press.
Yeah, right.
So we do that still, and like I try and the idea of that is to try and keep them. I've been to events and not been able to afford a shirt from the event or whatever because they say like I'm not saying they're dear because they have to be because
they cost so much to build. Yeah,
I like to try and keep them just so everyone can afford something. You know,
you don't have to have the flash gear. The kids just want your fucking name on their chest.
Yeah. So and that's that's why I like mum and dad. You can keep it all cheap and.
Are they in there like a sweatshop? Do you whip them and shit? Yeah, you do. Yeah, nice. Yep. Do you feed them though? Like no water?
No water
until they're finished.
Yeah,
that's
the rules. But I love having them around. I don't know. It's gonna sound stupid to say, and it's mum and dad will watch this. They watch everything I do.
100% they're gonna watch this.
They love.
They're your biggest fans.
Stuff. Yeah, they are. And the thing with mum and dad coming to the events and me and dad will have an argument when I get back to the track today. We'll have an argument tomorrow. Like that's just
the father and son thing.
Yeah, and
I'm 40 and my dad still argues with me.
Yeah. Well, there's that, but like also I know that one day then like they're not gonna be at the Burnouts one day. So while I've got the chance, I'm gonna get in on that. I don't care what anyone says. Like that's while mum and dad are around, I want them.
100%, bro.
Because and I know like they get something out of it too.
I can see your dad at someone else's. Oh, he's standing in the back. He's like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
I said, "How you going?" He's like, "This is fucked."
Yeah.
I said, "Look at him in there." He goes, "I don't know how he's doing it." I said, "I don't think he knows how he's doing it either, but he's doing it."
Yeah. And mum loves it too. Like she loves getting in on the merchandise.
Yeah, she was behind the counter.
Yeah. So and you love having them around because like one day like that's not everyone can do that as it is.
100%, mate. 100%.
That's what I like. And they're cool to be there. They drove the truck down actually.
Yeah.
So I could bring my partner and kids. It's the first event they've ever been to.
Oh, how cool is that?
Much, like a big event they've been to. So
the girls love it.
Yeah. Little Riley, my oldest, she's gonna be wild. She's running around the bloody pits down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
The kids make it for me. I love seeing all the down there today. I've seen all the kids there. That was before your kids got there, and it was starting to be fun there.
Yeah.
When they all get together, and they start gelling as a Burnout family as well. When they know when they're going to go to the comp, they're going to know this kid's going to be there, this kid's going to be there, and they'll just fuck off and find their kids and do their own thing. And you'll find like what I do with my kids. I don't worry about them because I know the Burnout family is going to look after them wherever they are.
Yeah.
And it's just you don't stress as much like. Where I haven't seen Jack well now I don't see Jack. I pull up at the event and he's gone. You need money? No, I'm good. And I don't have to worry. And it's just a good feeling. The Burnout family's going to always look out for him.
Yeah, there's always someone around. I love it, and that's like I know for a fact. Like I have a lot of kids following Mr. Mullet and
a fuck ton. Yeah, they all know Mr. Mullet.
Kids love it, and that's why I try not to swear on my videos and stuff. Like there's the odd shit and whatever, but not because shit happens. But
I'm not great at not swearing.
No,
as you can probably tell. I say shit fuck cunt a lot.
Yeah. And mine, I'm a mechanic and a Burnout guy, so there's a bit. I swear as good as the best of them. But yeah, just.
But like you said, you don't want to be mum and dad them to be watching your videos, and they're like, you're not watching that, Mr. Mullet.
Yeah. That's exactly right. And like it's sort of as silly as it is, like as silly as it is to me that like there's a following over the sake of whatever the bloody hell it is I'm doing. Really dropped one then. Like I know, like, I don't want to be the guy to like. I have the kids. Well, I'll tell you what it is, and I might upset some people saying this, but like I look at footy players and whatnot, and you see like all the kids and stuff look up to them, and they've got obviously their followings. Footy's massive, and then you see in the news they're out doing all the naughty things, and like kids are seeing that. Now I don't want to be that guy. So yeah, it's not like.
So you're not going to take like the camera into the brothel and go get on the gear and shit and then film it? No, that wouldn't be a good video.
No, probably not.
Mate, where do you want to take the car? Is there a show or a comp or something that you're like, I fucking want to get to that one day?
One day I'd like to of all places, like. Yeah, all like Yazanats and like Skids for Santa, North Queensland Burnouts there.
I saw you went up to there.
Yeah, they sent me up there and that. And
how cool is that?
I don't know whether the Utes going up there this year or the other shit heap or whatever's happening, but I'd like to get something up there. I want to do Burnouts everywhere. I'd love to do it anyway, but like ultimately, I'd love to take the Ute to New Zealand.
Fuck, New Zealand. That's an answer that hasn't come. I know everyone I've spoke to has always had a different answer, but New Zealand. What's gravitating? Fuck, they love their rotaries over there.
Yeah,
they're massive on them, eh? Yeah. Like we've only seen a couple. There's Cruz, he's mate in the wagon, and Mick had a crack.
Yeah,
I haven't seen too many, and they've got bulk rotaries over there.
Yeah, I didn't.
I think Mick took his car over there once.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know. I don't think it's too hard to get it over there. Like it's just.
Well, they're our neighbours. Can't be.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
We can go to Tasmania. You can go fucking anywhere.
Yeah. So I'd love to take it over there and do like a Rappernats or like a muscle car mayhem.
Okay.
Cool.
Fuck, you put a bit more effort into me. I'm gonna have to look into this shit. I haven't taken too much notice.
Yeah. Well, because like I'm on like the Snapchat and whatever, and I have like I'm pretty bloody hopeless on there, but I know I've got a lot of. You just look at my Snap map and you see all the Kiwis that follow me, and everyone wanting merch over. I don't know how to send merch to bloody anywhere else other than the
go to post office.
Yeah, well, even that gets a bit hard. I don't know. So I'll
get Mum onto it. Mum will sort it. Mum will sort that.
Yeah, I suppose she would, but yeah, I'd love to go over there just because like, everyone like how good to go to America like that's nuts. But do you know how
thought of that? You got me brain ticking now.
You know how many barras are in America?
None.
So then I know they had barras in Australia and New Zealand.
So if you go to New Zealand, you got spares.
I can fix it. Yeah. So
go get yourself a fucking LPG motor. That's the ones you run, isn't it? Is that a thing? Yeah. What is it different? What everyone's like? It's got to be an LPG motor. What the fuck is that about?
So the LPGs have got bigger rods in them because
really.
Yeah. But when you look at them side by side, they're still shit. Like they're not great. They're still not. They're not like a forged rod or anything. They are.
They're just a bigger diameter or something.
Yeah, it's just the edges on it are a bit bigger. Like it's not. They're not.
Is it worth going or you just throw a fucking set of rods? Has yours got rods in it?
So, well,
I
didn't tell anyone this, but
it's fucking exclusive. You listening?
It is. No one knew about this, but 15 a week before Summer Nats, I did a video and I went and took the ute out. I was like, "But here's me skier, like this went amazing. How good was that? We're going to Summer Nats, whatever." That was a week before Summer Nats. As I drove it off the pad, I'm like, "Oh, it's a spun a bearing."
You're knocking.
Yeah. Knock. And it just got worse. So it spun it brand new. Like that's the point. Like this was a brand new engine, and
that's a shit feeling
because they just have their moments like. Every time I blow a motor, there's people will come out of the woodwork. Oh yeah, Mr. Mullet can't build a motor. This and that. But go talk to yourself or Mick Bash or whatever. Motors just blow.
They're the worst. They're fucking women, mate. They have a good day and a bad day. You catch one on a bad day, you can get fucked. Don't even look at it.
Yeah. So that motor, I blew it up, and then I was like, I'll post this video. I might as well be at Summer Nats, and then. I actually thought about taking me Camaro to Summer Nats because I didn't think the ute would get there. But
that was that bad?
Well, when am I going to get a motor? But luckily, Brock at Coffs Auto Recyclers, he said, "Hey, I've got a motor here. I've got the old motor pulled apart. I've got the good bits we can salvage out of it." And then I put one together for Summer Nats. I saw the sun come up 3 times that week.
Oh, yuck.
Just by myself, because it wasn't just like a motor swap. I put a bloody oil cooler on it, had to put an accumulator on it. Mum and Dad had to go to Brisbane and get me parts and back in the day and stuff.
That's awesome.
Off Big Guy, and yeah, so there was that was a massive headache, and then I got on the truck. Actually, I drove it out of the workshop. I went out the back and did, because I had to do that promotion for to tell everyone I'm going to be at the Burnout Masters 10 at Summit.
Yep.
I was out the back, I give it a rev, and then I got in and did a little skid. Then I drove it from there around to the truck, and as I accelerated, this thing still had like a 600 horsepower tune in it, on an old gas motor with some bits in it, and I booted it along the hill there, and it started knocking. I was like, you're joking. And then all summer nights, I was stressed. I was there with the...
Actually, I remember you telling me that. So
like,
how's it going? You're like, I don't know.
It's knocking. It's bloody... The starter motor fell off it. So that was another headache. But anyway, we robbed some bolts out of the rest of the car to fix that. But yeah, I was there. I did my burnout. I was like, if that was going to blow, that was going to blow then.
Yeah.
Manifold gasket. Sounded like a knock. It was leaking just enough to make it sound horrible. But yeah, got home, fixed that. She's good to go. She's done.
Still same motor.
She's done summer nats. It's done Good Friday burnouts, and now it's going to do.
Did a good Friday?
Yeah, it did. The only thing is, because I put that diff in it, I also buggered off the rear brakes. Always had back brakes on it.
You don't need them. They slow you down.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know if I was going to, if I wanted to drag race it or do whatever I wanted. But I know now if I ain't going to do drag
Not
race,
for me.
No, definitely. I thought motors was bad for burnouts. So I pissed all that off. I put the bigger diff in it, and I'm down to a 14-inch tyre.
Yep.
I put 14s on. I've always had 17s because I was told like that's the go for burnout guys.
Yep.
That's the go for burnout guys with 1,000 horsepower.
It's completely up to you. You have to run whatever you want. Like I used to run. I tried 14s on mine and I fucking hated life. I didn't want to make
Slippery.
smoke. I put the 15s on it, loves it. Put 17s on it, fucking hates it. So it's whatever your car runs. It's trial and error really.
Oh, and that's the thing. I got a trial and error at these Brash and Hats.
You know you've got a burnout pad in your backyard, right? Like, you have a burnout pad just up the road. You can try it there.
Yeah, I did. It's how's that? When that thing was NA and in second gear, it could get a brand new set of tyres off in under 2 minutes. You take that to Brash and Hats, and it'll take a fortnight. So
the pads, some pads are different. Some pads are slippery, some are not.
Yeah.
This pad out here it'll be sticky during the day, but at night it's slippery as fuck.
Yeah. So Good Friday, I was one of the first-ish cars. I was in Group 2, so there was like 15 cars over before me. And then I went out, and that's why I come in for the tip-in. And like the idea was I wanted to do faster tip-ins, and I had to get tyres off. Mm-hmm. So I sent it down the chute and accidentally did a reverse tip-in. That was cool. I was like,
accidentally, I like that.
I'm going the wrong way. and anyway, so I did that. And the idea was, like with the diff and everything, it was to be able to reliably put brand new 14s on and get them off. Mm-hmm. And I've got brand new 14s on it tomorrow. So I don't know. We'll see how it happens. Let me know how it goes.
You didn't take the stickers off them, did you?
I don't know. My mate Matt that I work with did them for me.
It's an unspoken rule. You're going to leave the stickers on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a thing. I don't know if you knew, but it's a thing.
I'm not that high up, but I don't talk to people.
Please. Next, mate. You got any questions for me?
Yeah, I did have one. I did have one. It was when I listened to the Mick Brasher and Dave Pendlebury podcast, said that your neighbour drove you to your first burnout comp.
She did, and I was a chick.
Yeah. So like, how does that even come? Like, that to me, that's I wouldn't know more about
I was on my L's.
Yeah.
She had a full license,
yeah.
And I wanted to compete. She's like, I'll drive you down. So we put the wheels in the boot, trolley jack in the boot. It's one of them old steel, real loud fuckers, you know. One of them. We put that in the boot. No rattle guns back then. It was all by hand. Yeah. And there she drove. Well, she sat in the passenger seat and I drove on my L's there. Yep. Signed up. You're allowed to skid on your L's.
Yeah. So what happened? Like, so what's the car was it?
VN. Of course.
Oh,
I'm a slut for a VN. I'm a fucking dirty slut for I fucking love them. I got two at the moment and they're still not enough. If I see another one cheaper, I'll be like, I'll look at it tomorrow. I was like, don't you fucking dare. I'm like, but can we just look at it? She's like, no. I'll come back when you're not here.
I had a VG. I did have a VG.
Oh, VGU? Yeah, on the column?
No. It was a manual. So this thing was like a ex-show car type thing.
Oh, yeah?
So it was sex spec'd up, mate.
I love the sex spec.
It was actually, if you go back far enough on my YouTube, you'll find the video.
I'm going to find it.
It was, so a mate of mine, he had it. And he was, when I say a mate of mine, he's old. And he bought it to drive around. And it was bright orange, Lamborghini orange this thing was. And it had shaved door handles and shaved this and shaved that. And It had a VS front on it for someone to put a fiberglass VS front on it, because that's how long ago this thing must have been built. And but down one side, the whole quarter panel was half repaired. And so I had that, and I took it out to rally for rallycross one time, and this thing was low. I took it out there to have a go. I did one lap. I was like, oh, this is a heap of shit. So I parked it out there.
V6, V8?
V6. That's a Buick. That's what I knew.
Did you take the restrictor out? Do you know about the restrictor? There's a
fucking...
where the throttle body is, right behind it, there's a restrictor they put in there, because it used to cause excessive wheel spin off the line, so it restricts the airflow to the back, and you just slide out. Oh, fuck,
awesome.
mate, you might have kept it then. You might be a fucking
well,
holding bloke.
no, it started. I backed out of the shed and it started knocking. And then I was in the middle of buying a house and stuff, so there's something I had to give. But I fully resprayed it, and I was like ready to go.
In the orange as well?
Yeah. Got it fixed, and then all the dash was painted white, and it had a fire behind the dash at some point, so all the gauges didn't work. and I was going to fix that, and then I didn't fix that, and I sold it, and then
Is it still floating around, or you don't know?
It's in them buckets. I sold it to a guy in Grafton, and then it went from there to a bloke in where'd it go, Nambucca, and I've seen he was at my house the other day. His missus picked up something off me, of my missus for the baby stuff we're selling. So he's like, Mr. Mullet, I have your ute.
Yes.
Like, no way. So. Yeah, it had a blower on it at some point too, one of them bloody centrifugal side mount spinners.
Things you can turn on and off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, those Toyota 4JE, whatever they were, you used to have to turn them on and off.
Right.
Because they had a clutch like an aircon fan on the front.
Right. How do you tune that?
That was shit.
Yeah.
So they made a lot of noise and did fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Put a fucking 1.5 litre supercharger on a fucking 3.8 litre. It's really not going to work.
Yeah. But what was the other thing? So, I remember as a kid seeing in the Street Machine magazine was your ute with a tray falling off it. I don't actually know the story behind that. I don't know if that's something you want to talk about.
Yeah, mate, I've got no holds barred. You can even ask me on balls of shape. I don't have nothing. Mate, I came in, and as I tipped it in, I blew the tyre on the way back in, and it dug into the asphalt. The asphalt went actually up halfway. I went halfway up a wheel into the asphalt, turned the diff out of the car, blew the tail shaft, shattered the gearbox and the diff, and that's what blew the tray off.
Really? So it wasn't like just a malfunction in the welds or something?
No, it just dug into the asphalt and turned the diff out of it. Fucked a lot of shit.
That's awesome. So is that the same ute?
Yeah, same ute. Still bent. Chassis's still bent. I just fucking put a new four-link in and just four-link back.
Yeah, right. So
it's only Bernie's.
That ute, did I see on your Snapchat, that thing had been sitting in a paddock for like 7 years or something?
I cracked the shits when I blew up the last motor because it threw the rods out of the dart block.
Wait, how long ago was that?
7 years. And I'm
what comp was that? Remember?
Brassinats.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
And I cracked the shits, pulled the motor out, found out she was fucked, and cracked the shits, had kids, and I just went, I can't afford to keep throwing fucking 30 grand motors at the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And dragged it out, and then Jack come of age. He's like, Dad, I want to get a skid car ready. I want to skid again. I'm like, well, I looked at the VN. VN's tubbed and rail, but it still needed a lot. Like it needed full trim, full wire. And the Hilux is trimmed wide up. We just had to put a new four-link in it. So we dragged that out and threw a dirty LS in it. I crossed to the dark side. But we're here, and it's actually got more tyres off now than the other motors all put together. So we're enjoying it, and I will put a pump back on it.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I know you may talk about it.
It makes me sick. I walk in the shed and I'm like, but anyway.
Yeah, that's why Mr. Mullet ended up with a turbo.
You got to have the wank out the bonnet. It's just.
That's exactly right. What did I do? I went to Brassinats because when I blew my last motor up at Summernats on Skid Row, I'd spent like 15 grand on this motor, and
it fucking hurts.
If you have buddy $5 grand, you spend 15 grand on a motor, it's a lot of money.
If
you have $1 million and you spend 15 grand on a motor, it's not nothing. So anyway, I buddy scraped and scrounged and put this in together.
Burnouts is a lifestyle. Once you're in it, and you want it, all you do is make every cent count to fucking get there, and you don't even realise, you just don't go out for dinners, you don't go out for fucking parties and shit. All you do is you're just saving, and you have in your head, if I keep going, I can get a set of rods next week. If I keep going, then I got this. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. And that's what happened. So every time I blow it, because he had a little under bonnet blower on it and a Fitech bloody fuel injected thing on at one point, and then I built me and Dad built a decent. It was like 600 horsepower. If you do the maths, never went on the dyno, but that was what it was meant to be. I don't know if it was, but I blew that up at Summernats. It was on Skid Row. I'd done 5 minutes worth of work. It blew up. I was like,
Yeah.
And after sitting for 6 months or 12 months or whatever it was like that, I didn't want to. That's how the barra come in. I thought, like, what motor can I put in this that is cheap and still available today and will be worthy enough to do a skid and I can do stuff like. I wasn't just limiting myself to a barra. LSs were already dear. Bloody 350 Chevs were getting too old. Like, I would have put an SD22 in it if if it had matched the criteria. But so a little barra, so I got on bloody Marketplace. I bought a barra, like a whole sedan, and the whole lot, the dash, the bloody everything.
You did everything in a week. Everything swapped.
I barra swapped it in a week. I didn't have to get nothing programmed. Nothing, just all went in. And then that was shit. So I did, get it programmed. Then. Yeah, I just used to use it in my local comps, and I went to Brash and that's again as a spectator, and I was like, look at all these cars. My car used to sound like this. Like this is shit. I've got a taxi now, so I went home and I thought, hey, we're going to put turbo on this. How am I going to do that? So Jerry rigged up his dodgy manifold on me bloody engine on the stand, and then I just turboed it one afternoon. I had to get everything ready and just put it all together.
What's it? Is it a good turbo or a Wuhan Whistler?
It's a Wuhan Whistler, mate. It's a GT45 off eBay.
That's all Gasboy runs.
Yeah.
They just Wuhan Whistles when they get a bit loose. I just go get another one.
Yeah, same as Smoko, GMR Skid.
Yeah.
He put one, like we were talking about just a bit ago. He's put a couple of different variants of the same sort of thing under the back, but it's still cheap. See, because like I could go and put an expensive turbo on it, and in my brain, it's still going to last just as long as. That one, like doing what's going to do.
We're pushing them beyond what they're supposed to.
Yeah,
they're not supposed to get as hot and do like they pretty much go from stone cold to red hot and then stone cold again. Like that can't be great for
6 months.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
You so this is another thing I actually just sort of remembered.
Yeah.
I remember years ago I saw your steering wheel come off and go out the window.
Yeah.
And then years later when I was at Rally, I did it for the first time. I was like, I remember that. No one's done that in a while.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional.
Yeah, so
my bolts. I had put the bolts in; they were too short, and they were in like 3 threads, and I just went for a big tip in, and it just come off. And I was like, oh. So I grabbed the center, but the bolts that were snapped were still there. So I steered with that, and when I hit the brake, it spun in my hand.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel nothing because the adrenaline. And I moved my hand like that, and I had my sunnies on. And they went red. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So I ripped my sunnies off and threw them down. I'm like, did it again. I'm like, oh, looked at my hands. My hands were sliced up like a cat had ripped them apart. They were that bad that after it, I went to high five Jack, and Jack went, ew. No. That's what it was. It just sliced my hands to pieces. I was unintentional, but it happened.
Yeah, well, because that was the inspiration. I can't remember it happened. I was like, so you're sort of half to blame for that.
You're welcome.
I started doing. I'm getting over it now. Everyone sort of expects it, but I think, like, how many times can I do this?
If it's your thing, it's your thing.
I'll throw it to you tomorrow.
That's fucking hell. I've got to throw it back so you can get on.
No,
or unless you get a spare in there. You got a spare?
No. You can actually steer. It's got like one of them little speedway geared nub things.
Oh yeah.
And you can steer it if you go on. Don't clip that. you can steer it. It'll tear your hand up too. But if you go on to the right speed, it's not bad.
Mine was as soon as I touched the brake, it just spun in my hand. I didn't even know it cut. It just sliced it to pieces.
It terrifies me whenever I do. When I pull it off, it's like,
can you get it back on?
Yeah.
The mini comes off as well. But that's to help the fully formed man get in.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll wrap it up there.
You happy with that?
You've seen it, Mr. Mullet, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Where's my mic?